So well, that's 15th day of Russian-Ukraine aggression. And hi, name's Kirill, and I'm a Ukrainian tech blogger. Kinda unemployed because YouTube demonetized all my Russian-speaking videos, and that's okay. It's okay. That's as I said in my previous video, that's the price my people and me personally had to pay for our freedom. That's is fighting for. That's our troops, Ukrainian troops, fighting for right now. Sorry about my English. I'm constantly working on it, but right now I got what I've got. So the thing is, yesterday Russian troops dropped bombs on Mariupol maternity house, and Russian propaganda said that there was a Ukrainian troops Azov in this maternity house, and that's fucking bullshit, because if you can see on these pictures, there was a real woman in this house who's pregnant, and they dropped bombs on a pregnant woman on the maternity house. And I don't know what kind of piece of humanity garbage you gotta be to drop such bombs and give such orders to drop bombs on the maternity house. To be honest, me and my family, day after day, more and more, we can't believe that such a cruelty, such a terrific, inhuman behavior can be happening, can be possible in 2022. That's, like Elon Musk and his company is like flying people, ordinary people, civilian people, to space, and we got a space internet, space Wi-Fi like Starlink. In this burlesque parallel universe, we got Russian President Putin, who's a fucking dickhead and a fucking shit, who's like saying, that's a fucking great idea to drop bombs on a pregnant woman in maternity hospital because I'm a fucking asshole. I don't know. That's something that I can't bear in my mind, because how this can be fucking possible right now. And as you know, a lot of worldwide companies such as Coca-Cola, Unilever, and I don't know, my pronunciation is still bad, so they are dropping Russian market, like Russia at all. And I hope that terrified Russian people, that I still fucking understand that in Russia there are a lot of people who's sane, who's in their minds, they understand the horror that's happening in the neighbor country. That's a lot of mess in my head right now, so I'm trying to be as constant in my thoughts, but I don't know how it can be possible. You know what? I just can't fucking understand how this horror, how this inhuman behavior can be possible in our time. That's in my country, in Ukraine, we know that Putin is a bad person. We knew it previously, we knew it in the past, but right now the Putin is... You know what, when people said that Putin is like Hitler, I personally believe that that's untrue, because saying that Putin is like Hitler, that's bad for Hitler, I guess. The President Putin destroyed Russia economics. The President Putin destroyed all political and human connections with Russian people, and that's so fucking crazy. He's a enemy of his own people. He's an enemy to the whole world. He's an enemy to me personally. And you know what? Russian propaganda on their TV, they're saying like, nothing's happening. Ukrainian is Nazis or something like this. And when I hearing this, I'm a Russian-speaking Ukrainian. In my everyday life, I'm speaking Russian mostly. Right now is more Ukrainian, but still, my wife is a Russian Federation citizen. She's got a passport, Russian passport, and she's living in Ukraine. We traveled around whole Ukraine in all the cities, in all the major cities we've been through, and we were speaking Russian, and there was nothing wrong about it. And every Ukrainian person can tell you that that's true, that Ukrainians are very, very tolerant people to Russian-speaking community, but not to Russian ideology, because we are Ukrainians, we are Europeans, we are free people, and the Russian people, as I can see right now, is like oppressed, depressed, something, not a people, but something, because when the stores are closing, where the companies are moving from Russian market, they're not thinking about our government did something bad. We are people in a democratical country, and we can do something about it. But they're speaking and thinking about how can we live in such a condition, how can we adapt to such condition and live further. And that's like, I can bear it in my mind because I'm a Ukrainian, and if you know, in Ukraine we got a political revolution when we forced Yanukovych to move to Russia because he was not the person, not the president that Ukrainian people want. And in Ukrainians' mind, we know that the freedom of speech, the freedom of thoughts is the greatest privilege that a really free person can have. As I see in Russia Federation right now, that's something terrible happen, and the people, they're afraid to say something. They are forced to silence, they are forced to shut their mouths because they got a low jurisdiction, they got a low oppression on them. They are thinking that if they go to the like protests, in the city, in the centers of their city, they will be I don't know, sorry about they got punches in the face, and they got physically oppressed by Russia government. So that's the most fucking crazy thing in this, in all of this, that the whole world right now is against Russia, and the Russian government is against Russian people. So Russian people like standing alone, and just trying to understand what happened, and that's something that I can't understand. I feel pity for them, by the way. I'm trying to understand what's happening in their country, but right now, more and more, day after day, I just understand that we are not as such brothers that our politics said before. Like President Putin is still trying to say that Russians and Ukrainians is a brother culture people. They are brothers, and trust me, we are not. Right now, we are not, and never more. I just hope that one day the freedom of speech and freedom of thought would be something worldwide one day. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for tuning in. That's 15th day of Russian-Ukraine aggression, Russian-Ukraine war. Stay tuned. I don't know, subscribe, and see you next time.